Kyle, over the weekend, Marvel dropped an absolute. I'm going to say it. I never do say this.
You just said it, like, before the cut.
You're ruining the illusion, man.
Man,
All
shut
right.
up.
They dropped an absolute banger of a trailer for Thunderbolts. It was a A24 indie style trailer. It highlighted all the talent in the film, with films they've been in, highlighted who's writing it and directing it, like from the writer and director of Beef, cinematographer of Green Knight, the composers of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I keep getting that title wrong. I'm sorry. So yeah, like I say, a great trailer highlighting all the talent in the film. A pretty good trailer as well. A fun trailer. Now, if you look at the comments under this, obviously not all are going to be positive, but there's a lot of comments saying, I wasn't planning on seeing this film. Now I'm going to see it. Loads of comments like that. But I've got a feeling, Kyle, that Thunderbolts is going to be great. I've just got a feeling about it. They need to spare no expense with the marketing now. I think they should go all out, balls to the wall with the marketing with this. Because this could be, the Guardians of the Galaxy film that they wanted Eternals to be. Whereas, Eternals kind of taught them a lesson that, no. You can't just slap Marvel on it and some people will go see it. It needs to be really different and good and unique as well. You know what I mean? Well, this
Not
could...
really. Sorry, I want to put in here because I felt Eternals did feel very different in that aspect. It did
Yeah.
feel like, but it, overall, it just wasn't that great of a film. It had
Yeah, that's what I mean.
a lot of issues. But yeah, no, when it comes to sort of like Thunderbolts, it looks fun and that's what people want, and that's Eternals looks sort of breathtaking. It looks like it's going to be absolute cinema in that respect, but
Yeah.
Thunderbolts is sort of, it's got that comedy aspect to it, and I think that can win a lot of people over if the film's
Yes.
funny. And if it's it just so happens to be a Marvel film, people don't mind. People go in for laughs. A lot of people do that. It's one of the big genres out there, comedy. So like if they can inject some comedy into this and help, maybe bring some people over who weren't too sure, then that's good, because you want that, and you want this film to succeed if it is good. And I hope it is
Yeah.
going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. Everything they've showed us, I've really, really enjoyed. I do
They
wish
had a
Stephen
single bad trailer for this.
Yeah, I do wish Stephen Yeun was still, cast as Sentry, but I can
Lewis
imagine
Pullman
the
Lewis Pullman
yeah,
looks great in this.
yeah. So exactly, and I think he'll do a great job. It's just kind of sad, not sad, but kind of like, oh, I want Stephen Yeun in something so bad,
So,
you know.
we're on a bit of a Stephen Yeun hype at the minute, though, because we've just seen
Yeah,
Mickey 17 and obviously
Invincible.
Invincible every week. He's great in that. So
Yeah,
maybe we're leaning a bit more biased towards that at the moment.
yeah.
But yeah, there's reports coming out now that the box office projections for this opening weekend have increased after this trailer came out. It's looking at a 70 to 95 million domestic opening in the US, which is great as well. That's more than Brave New World. If this can hit 100 million in the US domestically, and then, ditto that worldwide, which it usually does, it usually matches it worldwide. This can hit 200 million opening and then get that positive word of mouth. I don't think this is going to have a massive opening weekend, but I think it's going to have legs, and I think people are going to be like, have you seen Thunderbolts? Nah, go and see Thunderbolts. It's great. And I feel like that's where,
Hopefully,
hopefully.
yeah.
But
Gotta
come on,
keep hopeful on these things.
I'm just getting that feeling, man, from it. I'm
I
just
am.
getting...
I am. I think the only thing that maybe might hold it back still is, obviously the trailers have done a good job of showing like the characters off, and these characters we've not really had seen anywhere else other than their origin point of movie or show. So and a lot of these films where they came from, like their origin point, like say Yelena with Black Widow. Obviously, John Walker, Falcon Winter Soldier. These are projects, Marvel projects in the past that weren't too hot. Like I can sit here all day and say I enjoyed them, but realistically speaking, they weren't all great. Taskmaster is another great example of like this was a really cool character done horribly wrong from the
Yeah.
comic to the big screen, and
Um,
not a lot. I think that's the big issue of not a lot of people know who these characters really are. They don't know their sort of version. They haven't seen them on screen before. So I think if they can nail that in the film, where they can sort of help introduce them a little bit without too much, exposition and backstory telling, then fine. The trailers are already done an excellent job of just showing us these characters, how different and unique and fun they are, and you've got Bucky in the middle, which everyone
yeah.
knows Bucky, everyone loves Bucky. So yeah, it's. I'm getting excited. I'm getting very very
And
excited.
like I say, I'll mention it now, but I never want to make it like a main topic or all like that because it's not something I really believe in. But apparently, because we don't mention it when it's negative, we don't usually mention it when it's positive. I don't like making topics out of it. But the test screenings for Thunderbolts have been the highest that Marvel, the highest rated they've had from Marvel throughout Phase 4 and 5 post Endgame. Now, take with that what you will. That chicken shot is fucking brilliant. Bucky punching the
I
chicken.
I was gonna say, because I'm as I'm getting the pictures up for our background, I had no idea I'd seen this chicken. I was just like I was loving the trailer, but I did not notice the chicken, and I've seen this trailer like 3 times.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking Bucky boxing a chicken in the face.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Who thought they needed to see that? But do you know it's another thing I kind of want to see him do with this film now, Kyle? I'm gonna take you back to 2016, 2017, before Infinity War and Endgame came out, because they did the premiere of them like a week before the film came out, to minimize spoilers and stuff like that. But films like Civil War, doing the premiere like 3 weeks, a month before it actually comes out, and having the review embargo drop like a month before the film came out because they were that fucking confident in it. I feel like we're gonna see maybe Marvel, you know, do that again because there was a bit confident with like Eternals and Black Widow and stuff like that, and Shang-Chi. That's when the review embargo came out. Like, I'm pretty sure it was a good couple of weeks, wasn't it, before Eternals came out, and it were like, oh, and that kind of soured everyone on it for 2 weeks. I think they need to just come out with this and just with a chest and just be like, nah, review embargo lifted right away.
If they do, it shows a lot of confidence, and
Well,
that's
look at it,
good.
we're
But
born
with
again.
Yeah, but another thing though, Callum, is like this film is heavily, when it was first sort of, floating around that this movie was being made, one of the big, comparisons was Suicide Squad, DC Suicide Squad, the
Yeah,
first one, the bad one, and not even just to the first one, just the whole concept of it. You've got these, some of them heroes, some of them anti-villains, some of them outright villains, and they're all banded together. They're all sort of, that's the type of vibe I was getting from the original concept of this. And look at this, the marketing for Suicide Squad. It was pretty good. The film, was shaping up to look like it was something special, and unfortunately, it wasn't. I just hope that this isn't the case with this. I don't think it is. I do have a lot more faith in Marvel, especially after Daredevil. I know we said for ages and months that Brave New World was the real test, and
but we said Brave New World and Daredevil were the real
I,
test.
I kind of no, but not really, because Daredevil's more on the TV aspect, whereas like
Yeah,
on the movie aspect, Brave New World, was the one for the movies going forward. But Fantastic Four is shaping up to look like it's going to be amazing. Obviously this looks amazing from the marketing, so they just need to stick the landing with this one. It wouldn't surprise me if they weren't too confident in releasing the embargo earlier. They kind of have to tread lightly, and they have to make sure that this does well, because if it doesn't, it's not
yeah.
going to be good for Marvel.
If it doesn't, but there's also something to be said for 3 weeks worth of positive PR, leading up to your film. Going people just who have seen it going, this film's so great. I can't wait to go into cinema and see it again and stuff like that. That's what they want people to be saying, and hopefully there will be. So you just don't know.